Okay then, so good afternoon, everyone. Today is the first day of December, December 1st, 2020. The time is 2 p.m. This is our weekly business meeting agenda. Attending in person, Commissioners Duncan and Fillios. Joining us by phone, Commissioner Bill Brooks. And I would ask, Keith, would you please lead us in the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, then, so we'll move on to our first item, which is the consent calendar.
I move we approve the consent calendar as listed on our business meeting agenda for December 1st, 2020.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Moving on to payables.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of November 23rd through 27, 2020 in the amount of $1,266,495.62.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Any changes to the agenda? Okay, so item number 8 is being stricken from the agenda. Okay, then. First item among our action items, audit engagement letter with Ide Bailey. Keith Taylor speaking for the auditor. Go right ahead, Keith.
Thank you, Commissioners. Yes, before you is the auditor's office is asking for your approval of Ide Bailey's audit engagement letter for this year's financial and single audit of federal expenditures for the county for the fiscal year of fiscal year 2020. So the audit fees, which are budgeted, are $46,600 for this engagement, plus another $1,500 for the formatting of our financial statement report. So with that, I'll answer any questions.
Okay.
Is that the same as last year?
Yeah, so this is actually the second part of a 2-year agreement.
Okay.
So the fees haven't changed?
The fees are what we agreed in that
Gotcha.
Agreement back in 2019. So it's, I think, $1,000 more than it was
Last year.
year.
And budgeted.
And budgeted, yes, and has been reviewed by legal.
Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the audit engagement letter with Ide Bailey.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Thank you, Keith. Item number 2, sewer rate study with FCS Group of Coeur d'Alene for the airport. Stephen.
Stephen Kruger for the record, Commissioners. This is the sewer rate study that we've been discussing for a while. TO previously had one submitted as well. It was actually cheaper. However, due to workload, they actually requested to remove themselves from consideration for it. The amount is $11,350. I also spoke with the City of Hayden to ask if that was in line with what they'd seen. And they actually told me that they were in excess of $30,000 for their sewer rate study with the same organization.
Okay, and Stephen, the purpose of the study?
The purpose of the study is so that we are following state law and charging our customers adequately for the sewer that we provide to them.
Okay.
It's one of those things where we can't just arbitrarily pick a number. We have to have a study to back up that says, yes, it takes this much money to provide this service and to maintain the sewer infrastructure, and then we can go back and charge the users.
Understood. Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the sewer rate study with FCS Group for the airport.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 3, lease agreement, AAL-2020-960, Inland Northwest Investments LLC for the airport. Stephen?
Commissioner Stephen Kerr, again for the record, this is a new lease agreement. It is in the amount of $6,283.47 per year.
Motion.
I move that we approve the lease agreement AAL 2020-960 with Inland Northwest Investments LLC.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 4, contract change order. 1, AIP 3-16-0010-050-2020 with Idaho Fence Incorporated for the airport. Stephen again.
Stephen Kerr, again for the record, this is a change order in the amount of $4,862. It is, we ran into some issues on one of the fence areas where the soil was not as usable as we expected it to be. Because of that, they're having to use a chemical in order to make the poles set into concrete due to the holes falling in before they can even finish them. And this should be eligible under the FAA. They've already ran it by and agreed it is. It's just they need to approve funding, which we anticipate to get here.
Okay. Fully funded. Okay. Motion.
I move that we approve the contract change order number 1 AIP 3-16-0010-050-2020 Idaho Fence Incorporated for the airport fence project.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 5, a memorandum of understanding, MOU, parking of county snow grooming equipment at the James property. Speaking for the snow groomers, Nick Snyder.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Nick Snyder for the record. Items number 5 and 6, Mr. Chairman, are identical, just with different families. Commissioners, these are no-cost MOUs provided by the James and the Paragamian family, or rather these places to park. Quite gracious, so no cost to the county. Again, just an MOU clearly underlying whose responsibilities for repair to the property should we have any damage, and indemnification as we would normally have in any MOU. So again, that's addressing both of the MOUs before you today.
Okay, so we can handle both in a single motion. Yes. Okay, go right ahead.
I move that we approve memorandum of understandings for parking county snow groomers equipment at the James property and Paragamian family properties.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion is carried. Item number 7, extension of the service agreement with Delta Dental. Speaking for our human resources, Dorothy.
Yes, Dorothy Cross for the record. This is an extension of our contract for them to provide our self-funded dental services at no increase in cost. Right now we pay $4.14 per employee per month. It will continue at that rate through 12/31/2022.
Oh, okay. Sounds good. Okay, motion.
I move that we approve the extension of the service agreement with Delta Dental.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Skipping over item number 8, which was stricken. Item number 9, public defender conflict contract with party Finley for the BOCC.
Leanna?
Leanna Kaiser for the record. Commissioners, we have an additional public defender conflict contract to approve today for Amanda Finley from Finley Law Office. She is requested to become part of our conflict program. Her term would be effective today through September 30th, 2021, and she would be approved for Category C cases only.
Okay, fair enough. Motion.
I move that we approve the public defender contract with Amanda Finley.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 10, to ratify the Kootenai Electric purchase by Kootenai County, BOCC, and I'll take this one. This is simply a ratification of a motion that was made about 2 weeks ago for the purchase of the Kootenai Electric Cooperative Facility located on Dakota Avenue in Hayden. It has been jointly announced as agreed to with Kootenai Electric. The price is $4.72 million, and that's what we're doing. Motion?
I move that we ratify the purchase of Kootenai Electric property on Dakota Avenue.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Item number 11, Resolution 2020-84, surplus property transferred to the state of Idaho from our Resource Management Office. Kim?
Yes, Kim Riley for the record. We have, at a department head meeting, it came to our attention that Veterans Services was interested in obtaining a bus. And we had 2 paratransit buses that we knew we would be surplusing when our new buses arrived. So we've been working with Tom Freeman and with the state, and we now have a resolution before you to remove this bus, which is asset 4937, a 2010 Ford E450, remove it from our asset list, and we will donate it to the state of Idaho Division of Veterans Services.
Oh, okay. So who will be using this? I presume it'll be the state?
Tom Freeman has additional information on that, and I believe he's on the line.
Yeah, go ahead, Tom.
I am on the line. Thank you. Hi, Commissioners. Good afternoon. Thomas Freeman, for the record, County Veteran Service Officer. I am a member of the Board of Directors for the nonprofit organization that supports the Idaho Veterans Assistance League, which supports the Idaho State Veterans Home. So, Commissioner, to answer your question, this bus will go directly to the Veterans Home that's being built here in Post Falls. The reason why we're asking for the donation is because by law, the State Veterans Home cannot purchase transportation for the veterans. So this is not unique to our Veterans Home. It's all the State Veterans Home. So by getting this donation, we'll save about close to $200,000 that we'll have to raise in donations to purchase a transportation for the home.
Sounds good, Tom. Thank you. Motion?
Yep. And this
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and this bus will be used primarily for activities and medical appointments, getting the veterans to any recreational activities and for medical appointments.
Okay, thank you.
That's all I have.
Okay. Motion?
I move that we approve Resolution 2020-84, which is surplus property, and then transfer that surplus bus to the state of Idaho for use at the Idaho Veterans Home.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carried. And let's see, we can group items 12 and 13. Resolution 2020-85 and 2020-86 to classify and destroy respectively documents with the Office of Emergency Management. Rachel?
Yes, these are records that have been in storage for quite some time. We're trying to clean house before we have to move everything.
Okay, motion.
All right, I move that we approve resolution numbers 2020-85 and -86, which is classify documents and destroy documents per Idaho code.
I second the motion. Aye.
Aye.
Aye, and the motion is carried. Public comment. Hearing
Chris,
none?
I'd like to make a comment.
Yeah, go right ahead, please.
Chris? Yeah, this is Bill Brooks. I'd like to make a comment. I've gotten a flood of calls in the last couple days about the problems people are having at DMV and licensing and getting in there and who's responsible. And they've called the sheriff's office and called the assessor's office, and they're getting no satisfaction whatsoever. And I think it would be wise of us to look into this a little bit. I don't have any action that I'm proposing, but I think this is something that we need to be very aware of.
Okay, so we'll need to follow that up with the respective department heads or elected officials, Bill. Thanks for bringing that up.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay.
Any other comments? Okay, hearing none. Time is now 2:17. Meeting adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Thanks, Dave.
So are you going to follow up or is he going to follow up?
Who is it? Are they his? He will. I'll get after him. Okay. By the way, he's in tomorrow. I told him. I said, you got to be here for this.
Well, yeah, because, well, I mean, he could appear by phone, I suppose.
Here, why don't you start it? Go ahead.